very large strike at me. I thought he was like...
There was like 5 or 6 of these crossing the awkward spot. I'm getting bit by 2 things, mosquito and a freaking speckled kingsnake. That is such a fantastic individual.
There's the eastern copperhead. Look at how he's flattening out his body.
Oh my gosh, that was actually a lot closer than I was. Okay, right now we are herping in coastal Texas. And right now my main goal is to come across the speckled kingsnake. Hopefully we could see some western diamondbacks. I see them all the time in Arizona. But for some reason here they just look a little different, and I would really like to see one here. Maybe some cottonmouths, I don't know, but let's continue on. I am just gonna go flip some stuff. There was a hurricane that hit here, and there's a bunch of junk that is easily flippable, so maybe we could find something cool today. So let's just keep going. All right, that is an extremely freaking dark diamondback rattlesnake right here. That is a stunner. Not quite what I was after for the top target, but freaking mosquito bite in my hand that hurts. Hold on. Freaking massive one though, nonetheless. I've been walking through all this tall grass. Probably not good, but there's a pretty snake, and I'll make sure to put this board down and not bother him. And we'll continue on while we have some light, and hopefully we can find some more snakes, and maybe even like that speckled kingsnake, that top target. Another mosquito's biting me, and it's going to piss me off. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's put this guy his little piece down.
Okay, he did a very large strike at me. I thought he was like sleeping and relaxing. No, he was just waiting for the perfect opportunity to make sure that I do not bother him. I went to put it down, and he reached out for my hand. All right, we gotta be careful walking through this grass here. That is definitely sketchy. That's a big one. That would definitely mess you up. That would definitely send me to the hospital. So let's continue on.
All right, I missed one, but I double flipped some western ribbon snakes. It's pretty cool. These are cute little guys. This guy has there it is, a nub tail. It's actually kind of sharp. He mussed on me a little bit. The other one just took off in the grass over here, but it's a pretty snake. He was down here. There's a bunch of snake shed in there. I really like this guy. He looks like he actually has a meal in him, so I'm gonna put this down and leave him be. But that's pretty cool. Let's put this board down. Actually, we'll try to film that with the flashlight. I don't like flipping at night, but apparently it works. I don't really like flipping at night, but apparently it works. Here's a ribbon. Go on your board. Okay, there. Actually, let's put this down. You know what? I'm gonna have to probably use 2 hands for this, but that's a really pretty snake. Let's see if he goes on his board. Yep, there he goes. You gotta really watch where you step in this thick grass, because if you make a mistake, you're catching the fangs of a D-back, and that is obviously a venomous pit viper that you just can't. Right. Next, let's flip this. Okay, so I think I can grab this corner pretty safely. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pause you for a second. Actually, I'll keep you running, but I'm getting bit up. Okay. Well, I hear stuff buzzing, but it's a dragonfly in the brush. Let's flip this side of it, and maybe what? There's a snake shed right there. Okay, that was crazy. We were just road cruising, and it's been kind of quiet, and then all of a sudden there was like 5 or 6 of these crossing the road. I've had a couple get out of my hand and a couple get away, but there was just so many of these western ribbon snakes just in the middle of the road. I'm sure they're coming over to this little drainage ditch where all the frogs are at. But yeah, I'm gonna let these guys continue on their way. Cute little face on him. They mussed on me a little bit. None of them have striked, so that's kind of an added bonus, but there are so many right here. I'm gonna let them get on hunting, but wow, that is so cool. Let's let them go. Get them off the road. All right, this is the most awkward spot. I'm getting bit by 2 things, mosquito and a freaking speckled kingsnake. This is, oh my God. All right, let's back it up. Let it go. Okay, right here is the freaking speckled kingsnake. I have been looking for this for maybe the last like 2 years. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes so bad. This snake is such a pretty individual. Look at the yellow to it. Oh my. He just bit me. That is such a fantastic individual. A little bit on the smaller side. Probably only like a year or 2, but I've been looking for these for so long. We came out here recently, and I'll throw that in at the end of the film, but we came out here recently and we saw a western diamondback. We just caught a bunch of ribbon snakes, and we've caught a couple other ribbon snakes here before, so this is such an amazing find. I'm definitely gonna have to take some amazing pictures of this, but yeah, I'll wow, these guys on the island are big time snake eaters. They like eating rodents and other stuff, and they're pretty opportunistic, but they're big time snake eaters. I thought he was about to give me a little kiss there. And so they are immune to snake venom. They can take a bite from like a western diamondback that's in the area and be completely immune. They don't have to worry about dying from it, and they often take down diamondback rattlesnakes and other elapids like coral snakes, and probably we caught that. Probably one of their favorite things is actually to eat rattlesnakes, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna not bother this guy for too long and let him cruise back off into his little stack here. The mosquitoes are really messing up my leg and back right now. I'm ready for a nice hot shower, but I'm gonna get this guy off. That is so pretty. He's starting to calm down a little bit. He bit me a couple times. That's awesome. Oh man, hold on. Look at that snake. Alright, I'm getting absolutely bombarded with mosquitoes right now. But I'm gonna put this, oh my gosh. Would you look at that speckling? This is such a beautiful individual, so yellow. Oh my gosh, there's mosquitoes all over my screen right now. So yellow. I'm gonna put him back under this piece of board right here. That is such a fortunate find. I am so happy we were able to come across this guy. Oh man. I gotta let him go because these mosquitoes are killing me. Wow. All right. Before I have 1,000 on me, oh my gosh. I'm gonna let this guy go now. So pretty. All right. That will probably be the end of this video. I have been destroyed by mosquitoes. That was probably the last thing that I'm going to flip. We have only a little bit more to road cruise back to the hotel we're staying at tonight here in coastal Texas. I am just beyond thrilled that we were able to come across a speckled kingsnake in this video. We've also come across a diamondback,
rough earth snake, I can't remember exactly, and a lot of ribbon snakes. We were crossing the road about 20 minutes ago, and 6 ribbon snakes came across on the road right in front of us as we were just driving by. So that was so hectic. I think we only got like 3 or 4 in hand, and like 2 got away. I think only 2 on video. This has been actually such an incredible night. I'm beyond the moon. So that was #1 target down. Let's just, if you like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's go. Okay. Right here, let's kind of wash them out a little bit. Let's see. Right here is the eastern copperhead. Look at how he's flattening out his body. And look at those beautiful colors to him. I think this is one of the prettiest vipers. And people are so scared of these guys. They're just mainly because if, you know, you put them in some of this leaf litter right here, they actually do disappear pretty well. Ooh, look at that. That is such a beautiful snake. I love the contrast from the dark to the light. He struck one time, and I got him off the road. Kind of had to fling him a little bit because there was a car coming, and I used the snake hook to kind of move him off the road real quick. And I, you know, flung him a couple feet off the road. That kind of makes it sound worse than it was. It was kind of more just dragging him a little bit. But I think that is better than getting ran over. So pretty happy we were able to save this snake. He's kind of doing the like a pygmy rattlesnake or Massasauga like head twitch here a little bit. That's pretty. Let's see if we can get some better angles of this guy. Don't really have a good spot to really show this snake off. I would like to, maybe I could do this. We'll step back. We'll do this. I'll put this. No, hold on. He's kind of striking now that I moved away. I moved away from him a little bit, and he got a little more defensive, a little striky to him. So that's interesting. But that is such a pretty snake. I really wish I had a better way of showing him off, but maybe we'll take the camera off the tripod and get a little closer, but not too close, because this is a venomous snake, and although it's not too bad, definitely not something I want to get bit by. So let's see if we can get a little closer. Alright, we're off tripod. Maybe we'll do this. I think this will work better. Alright, a little 2x zoom. Okay. Alright, we're off tripod, and look at that. Gotta watch where I put my focus on him. Holy cow. That is a pretty snake. Wow. That is so beautiful. Okay, well, I don't really have any targets in mind. I'm just kind of looking for snakes, but maybe we can find something else, and maybe something a little less common, because I get to see these a decent amount. But oh my gosh, I really don't want to leave this guy. He's so pretty. But I'll let him go off in the forest over here. So let's continue on. Try this again. Right now I am in Texas, and I just came across a freaking beautiful eastern copperhead. I'm gonna keep on road cruising. I have seen quite a few eastern copperheads, and so basically
got the rental car, and we're just gonna cruise these roads, and hopefully we can see some more snakes. That's pretty quick and early that we saw that copperhead, so I'm pretty confident we might be able to see at least 1 or 2 more snakes. Okay, first snake of tonight is the Decay's brown snake. These definitely get slept on. They're super variable, and hard to take video of a little snake that doesn't want to sit still, but that's really pretty. And he was in the middle of the road, so we'll make sure he gets off. And oh, that's so cool. Yeah, pretty peaceful, common snake. Awesome. All right, let him go right here. There you go. Yep. Continue on. Didn't expect to see a trail of crawdad. It's out on the move. Random. All right, I'll keep walking by him. It just ended, but we got another one out on the move. That's weird. There's that guy. They're everywhere. Oh, there's a deer going by. But just cruised. I'll take my hat off. Just cruised this beautiful, high contrast eastern copperhead. He's still got the yellow chondral lure to him where he can get mice and stuff coming. Oh my gosh, that was actually a lot closer than I would like to admit. That was really close. Well, I'm gonna get this guy off the road and we're gonna keep on cruising. Okay, so this is how my morning's going. We're about to rush off to the airport, but honestly, the last couple days have been pretty amazing. We've seen D-backs, we've seen tons of ribbon snakes, and the grand finale, last snake of the day, a speckled kingsnake. So again, I think I already kind of did an outro, but make sure to like and subscribe, because we're gonna probably be doing this again late in the year, so let's go. Okay, so this is how my morning started, and now we're gonna rush to the airport. We're flying from Houston, well, coastal Texas, and we're gonna go all the way to Las Vegas, and then we're gonna drive out into the desert and go to Area 51 and search for some snakes. So that's gonna be kind of crazy. So make sure to like and subscribe. This should be a fun video. Okay, 1 minute. I'm waking up over by the beach, and then the next, I'm gonna be traveling to the middle of the desert to go to Area 51 in search of snakes. So come on, let's go see what we can find.